To extra depth, homeowners near Mount Cristo Rey are living in fear that they may be revisited by the same foul stench that invaded their senses August 2021. Why? Because of what happened here. To this day, homeowners say no one has ever explained what happened and if they should suspect if the quality of their drinking water was affected. And as Good Morning El Paso anchor Sol Signs found out, El Paso Water and the New Mexico Environment Department are still at odds over pending litigation regarding this wastewater spill into the Rio Grande that produced an overwhelming stench in a small Sunland Park community, not once, but twice.
Maria Escarceda is one of a few homeowners living near Mount Cristo Rey, willing to talk about those eventful days of August 2021. While all homeowners ABC7 spoke with complained about the foul odor after El Paso Water dumped a little more than 1 billion gallons of wastewater into the Rio Grande, Escarceda was the only one willing to go on camera.
We had to buy air fresheners, but we couldn't stand being outside. The smell was horrific.
Shades of that August spill came rushing back to homeowners' senses when El Paso Water was forced to redirect wastewater once again. Even though the amount was much smaller, homeowners still feared the worst.
We thought it was going to come back again, but it calmed down. But we didn't know if it would stop or not. We thought it was going to be the same as the last time.
New Mexico Environment Department, or NMED, fined El Paso Water $1.2 million for illegally discharging 1 billion gallons of raw sewage into the river in Sunland Park. The department alleges sewage traveled downstream along the New Mexico-Texas border nearly 2 miles. For their part, El Paso Water says they informed NMED and Texas Environmental Quality Agency about the discharge and fixed the problem. Neither side provided an on-camera interview on this story due to pending litigation. As for the latest spill in March this year, NMED say they are comfortable with the actions El Paso Water took to mitigate and fix the problem. I asked Escarceda if she or anyone else has been given an explanation from New Mexico or El Paso Water about the two spills.
No.
Nadie?
No.
Homeowners here are now worried about the quality of their drinking water, given that no one is telling them if it's safe to drink. They rely mostly on bottled water. However, El Paso Water does not provide drinking water to these Sunland Park residents. That service is provided by Camino Real Regional Utility Authority, whose executive director, Brent Westmoreland, says drinking water flowing to these residents is tested regularly and is perfectly safe to drink. Still, Escarceda and her neighbors do worry about another spill and the harm it may cause to children.
It's uncertainty, given that the children couldn't stand the smell. I have grandchildren who live with me and they couldn't stand being outside. Brought them inside because I didn't want them getting sick.
While El Paso Water is not responsible for the drinking water, they are responsible for a spill that produced a stench in this neighborhood, a smell so foul coming from wastewater that Escarceda says produced
una plaga de mosca espantosa.
A plague of flies. In Sunland Park, Saul Signs, ABC7.
And although El Paso Water declined an on-camera interview, they did provide a written statement which reads in part, quote, following the Frontera wastewater emergency in 2021, EP Water worked with environmental experts to clean up the riverbed, and water testing showed a return to normal conditions. Sunland Park is served by the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority, and their drinking water wells were not impacted because they are upstream and more than 2 miles away from the wastewater discharge area. You can find a link to copies of filings to courts responding to New Mexico Environment Department's claims against El Paso Water on our website, kvia.com.